Alright, I just got done watching Mexico versus South Africa. Insane game for the first game of the World Cup. 3 red cards, 2-0 Mexico. But now it's time for the UFC Freedom 250 predictions. White House card. Probably the best card of all time in the UFC. Maybe of any fighting sport in general. You have Alex going for his 3rd belt. You have the GOAT of all GOATs right here. Going for his first title defense at lightweight. He's going to kill this fucking disgusting Jewtsin Goythje right here. Alright, on to the first fight of the card. Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. This is actually a very, very close fight. I know a lot of people think that Diego Lopez is going to just run through Steve Garcia, but I think they're really underestimating Steve Garcia. He's coming off a good win versus Onama. I seen him a couple years back absolutely destroy Chase Super. I know Chase Super is not that high of a level, but he just got rid of the grappling. He didn't let Chase Super get any takedowns, and he just destroyed him, made him wilt like lettuce. He absolutely destroyed him with his powerful striking. And I think that this is going to be the fight of the night, without a doubt. It's going to be a banger. And I think it's pretty close to a 50-50 fight, but I'm leaning 55-45 to Diego Lopez. I think that he's the 3rd best featherweight in the world right now, I think, behind Volkanovski. And I know he beat John Silva, but I think John Silva is still the better fighter than him. You know, John Silva was absolutely piecing him up in the 2nd round before he got caught with the elbow. And that just shows that Diego Lopez can finish anybody. He has the powerful striking, he has the kicks, he has the elbows, he's just creative. He has the grappling as well. He's very high level in jiu-jitsu. He's not going to be taken down in this fight, obviously. This is going to be a striking stand-up fight. And I think Steve Garcia has the potential to maybe outstrike him, but I think Diego Lopez could get the finish. If not, I think Diego Lopez could use his grappling and could use his striking to just mix it up and get the win by maybe split decision. You know, 40. It's not a 5-round fight. I don't know why I said 40. I think 29-28. This fight is going to be very close. Diego Lopez is the winner. That's my first pick of the card, by the way. I'm going 7 for 7 easily. All right. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. This is the worst fight on the card. I don't know why it's not the opener of the card. Obviously, the UFC loves Bo Nickel. They put him on every big card. He was in UFC 300. I don't know why. But this is going to be the most boring fight in the card. It's going to be a decision 100%. I don't think either of these guys are going to finish each other. It's 2 grapplers versus each other. But it's probably going to be, you know, when you get 2 grapplers versus each other, the grappling usually cancels out, and then it's just a garbage kickboxing fight. And I think when it comes down to kickboxing and striking, although Bo Nickel is new to striking, he's new to MMA, he's a wrestler at heart, I think that he is going to beat Kyle Dawkins in the striking. You know, he's coming off of a head kick win. Very nice head kick, by the way. I'm not even going to lie. Especially for a wrestler who's just adopting striking. So, yeah, I think he's going to beat Kyle Dawkins pretty easily here. Probably 30-27, maybe 29-28. But I see a 30-27 unanimous decision. Pretty easy to score. And, yeah, most boring fight of the card, but I'm not complaining. This whole card is fire, so. Now, moving on. Now, this right here. This is the most obvious pick on the whole card. Michael Chandler is about to get slimed out. Mauricio Rufy. I think it's going to go probably. Rufy's going to test out the waters a little bit in the first round like he always does. He's going to start slow. Michael Chandler's going to start fast. He's probably going to get some good looks, some good hit strikes in the first round. He's going to look like Michael Chandler is going to get the win. Oh, he's going to get the win, but he's not going to get the win. Rufy's definitely going to take control of this fight at the end of the round. He's going to start landing his jab, and I see him just piecing him up, to be honest, near the end of the first round. Second round, I think Michael Chandler's going to make it out the first round. But in the second round, Rufy's just going to flatline KO him. He's going to start getting Chandler reacting to the feints, and he's just going to land maybe a 1-2, maybe a straight right, or maybe a head kick. We never know, because he has so many tools in the arsenal. I think he's going to just flatline Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's going to get on the mic, and he's going to retire at the UFC White House card, I think. And, yeah, he's going to shout out Trump in the crowd. Trump's going to be pointing at him like, you're the man. But, yeah, I see Michael Chandler getting knocked out easy. Now, moving on to my boy Josh Roque. I know a lot of people hate his antics, but he's an elite fighter, let's be honest. He just beat Curtis Blades, who was who's always in that top 5, always a contender to maybe get one more fight and then the title shot. And I think Josh Hoke is in that area right now. I think since this is a weak heavyweight division, he could probably beat Derek Lewis and maybe get a title shot right away. But I think after he beats Derek Lewis, he's probably going to fight somebody in the top 5. Then he's going to get a title shot versus Tom Aspinall or Alex Pereira or Cyril Gane, whoever wins that fight coming up. My prediction's coming up later. But I think this is going to be a very, very, very easy fight for Hoke. One of the easiest picks on the card. We've seen Derek Lewis in his last fight. He just wilted and just literally gave up from, he didn't even get knocked down. He just wilted. He fell on his back and he just sat there and let himself get finished. And I think Josh Hoke is going to probably land a blast double leg, and he's just going to ground and pound this guy into ground beef on this canvas right in front of Donald Trump, who loves this guy. I don't know why they put him on this card versus Josh Hoke. But yeah, Josh Hoke is going to kill this guy. It's going to be very, very, very easy pickings for Josh Hoke. Round 1, I think before the second minute even strikes the clock, it's going to be a Josh Hoke brutal finish over Derek Lewis. It could be a knockout on the feet, but I think it's going to be a ground and pound TKO. Josh Hoke is going to get on the mic. He's going to say some bullshit, but that's what we love. Well, that's what I love. That's what we love about Josh Hoke. He's going to get on the mic. He's going to say some crazy line at the White House. They're going to cut off his mic because, Paramount doesn't play that. And then, yeah, he'll be solidified in the top 5 now. And then we could do a matchmaking video after this. We'll see who he's going to fight. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Volkov. But Volkov, low-key deserves a title shot. Maybe he'll fight Waldo Cortez-Acosta coming off of a loss, and then he can get his title shot after that. All right. Moving on to Sean O'Malley versus Amin Zahabi. All right. Sean O'Malley is going to absolutely dog walk Amin Zahabi. I think a lot of the picks on this card are pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I think it's going to be a vintage Sean performance after the iconic walkout. He's going to piece him up at range. He's going to land his 1-2 down the pipe. He's going to land his step-in knee a couple times. And I actually see a late round 2, early round 3, late round 3 finish by Sean O'Malley. I think it's going to be set up all from that step-in knee, because Amin Zahabi likes to duck a lot after he throws his combos. He likes to duck down. I can see Sean O'Malley timing that with a nice knee and maybe a nice kick. But I think it's going to be the knee up the middle, straight onto his chin. He's not going to eat it like Cheeto did, and he's just going to crumble from that point on. He's going to land that knee, then he's going to finish him off with some strikes against the fence, probably some, I don't know, he's just going to finish him against the fence. It's going to be very easy. I know Amin Zahabi is a good fighter, but he's on. I think he's like 38 years old now. Sean O'Malley's 31. He's hungry to get that rematch versus Merab or Peter Yan, whoever is the champ. And I think he's going to get that after this. I think Merab is going to fight Peter Yan maybe in like September, October. And then Sean O'Malley is going to come back and fight him early next year, whoever wins that fight. And yeah, I think we're all going to love this performance from Sean. It's going to be a very, very dominant, very, very, very dominant fight. I have a finish. Obviously, I said it's gonna start from that step in knee, but this could be a 30-27, but I think it's gonna be a finish. And now we'll move on to Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. All right. My take on this is, honestly, I think Cyril Gane is gonna win this fight, and I want Alex to win. I love Alex Pereira. He's one of my favorite fighters, one of my GOATs. But I just think he's not going to get it done. He's not going to get the third belt in this fight. I think Cyril Gane, he's an actual heavyweight, This is where he's been all his life. He's 6'4", 247. He's probably the same size as Alex Pereira is now, but he's used to this weight. He's faster at this weight. This is his natural weight. He didn't start at middleweight. He didn't start at light heavyweight. And we've seen Alex Pereira, he struggles versus people who are actual kickboxers, actual Muay Thai fighters. He struggles with people who are southpaws. He struggles with bigger opponents. And I know Cyril Gane has all those attributes. He's also extremely fast for heavyweight. He likes that bouncy stance. He's very springy on his feet, and he has very fast movement. And I think Alex Pereira is going to struggle with that. I know Alex Pereira likes to go forward and pressure his opponents against the fence, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that as effectively against Cyril Gane. Also, Cyril Gane has fought people like Ngannou and John Jones, and he doesn't get knocked out by them. If anything, he'll get submitted like he did versus Ngannou and versus John Jones. But Alex Pereira is not going to take him down. They're not going to have no grappling in this fight. It's going to be a straight striking fight, and I don't see him I don't see Alex landing that shot, to be honest. And even if he does land the shot, I know Cyril Gane can eat it because he's an actual heavyweight. He's 8 shots from Ngannou, who's 8 shots from John Jones, he's 8 shots from Volkov, even though he got robbed in that fight. I think Volkov won that fight. But we saw Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall, even if it was for just 4 or 5 minutes. And he looked very, very good in that fight. People are saying that he absolutely was piecing up Tom Aspinall. I wouldn't take it that far. I think that he was looking good, but it was still an even fight. But even just to look good versus Tom Aspinall, who's probably the most athletic heavyweight in the world, is very, very good. And I think that the athleticism, the speed, the power, I think it's gonna take advantage of Alex in this fight. And I think this is a very 50-50 fight, but the same with Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia. I'm going 55-45 Cyril Gane. I think it's going to be a very, very, very tight, probably like 48-47 decision for Cyril Gane. And if anything, if somebody was to get a finish, I know it's going to be Alex in this fight, but I just don't see him getting that finish unless he catches Cyril Gane with a crazy combo that I don't see landing. And yeah, I see Cyril Gane getting the rematch with Aspinall after this fight, probably, I don't know, December, January, February, if Tom Aspinall decides to stay in the UFC, because I've been hearing some rumblings with his new manager, Eddie Hearn, that he might be going to boxing. I don't know. But yeah, I think Cyril Gane's going to win this fight. He's going to cement himself as a true champ after he did this infinite title shot glitch. But yeah, I don't know if he deserves this fight. He probably doesn't deserve this fight, but he's probably going to get the win, 48-47. Good performance, and yeah, it's going to be a very good fight. Can't wait for this fight. I really hope Alex wins, though, because Cyril Gane, he's a dirty fighter. He likes to eye poke people. Obviously, we know people in that camp like Imavov. They're very dirty fighters. They use the worst tactics ever to get their wins. But yeah, I feel like Alex is going to win this fight. I mean, no, not Alex, Cyril Gane. All right. On to my absolute GOAT, Ilia Bombaklat Topuria. This guy is going to destroy this Jew, Jewtsin Goythje, who likes to talk crazy about people's wives, who likes to defend Netanyahu. The only way he wins this fight is Netanyahu shoots a goalie beam at Ilia Topuria and he wins. That's the only way. Or if he brings a gun into this fight. The only way he can win is with a weapon. This guy is no match for Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is going to murder this guy in 1 round, easy. It's going to be crazy. And yeah, we could break down this fight, I guess, this 2-second fight that's going to be. I think this is going to be around the same length as Ilia versus Charles. It's going to be inside the first round, before the 3rd-minute mark, before the 4th-minute mark. He's going to just flatline KO Jewtsin Goythje straight on his chin with a left hook combo, right hook combo. Maybe throw some uppercuts in there, because I see Ilia in his sparring rounds. He likes to throw a lot of uppercuts. And yeah, I know Jewtsin Goythje likes to duck his head a lot, and he's just a wild puncher. He's not that technical. I know people say he is technical, but he's not that technical. I see Ilia Topuria absolutely getting the job done easily. Round 1 KO. He's gonna flatline this Jew. And yeah, Strickland's gonna be going off on Twitter talking about you're not a real American and all that, and I agree, actually. And then Ilia's gonna get his beautiful American UFC belt. He's gonna go and he's going to fight Islam. Maybe Arman. I hope he fights Arman and then Islam, because I want to see those 2 fights very badly. Yeah, it's going to be iconic to see Ilia Topuria come out with his walkout song at the White House, with the White House in the background, Donald Trump in the crowd, that orange guy controlled by Bibi Netanyahu. And yeah, this is going to be an amazing card, guys. My GOAT is going to win. My GOAT is going to destroy this disgusting Jew right here, this Jewtsin Goythje. And yeah, look at this beautiful venue. This is gonna be an amazing card, guys. We'll come with the card reaction after the card ends. We'll come with the matchup video after the card ends. We'll come with more World Cup videos. We'll come with Liverpool videos. We'll come with much more videos. And yeah, subscribe and like the video, and see you guys later.